imagine somebody knows that your shoulder is hurting, okay, and then they do like this. And you're like, oh my God, it hurts. And then the next day again, they do like that.
And they even laugh.
Oh my God, it hurts. And they're like,
even say, I'm just playing with you.
Exactly. Can't you take a joke? And you're doing the same thing, okay? And you're hurting this person.
Oh, baby, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts.
Oh,
it hurts. It actually hurts.
Can't you take a joke?
No.
So, as soon as, this person knows that, okay, this is not something I like, this is not something I should be saying, then this person needs to stop it. Because if you find that you're in a relationship where this person continually does these things, says these things, calls you names, is abusive, that is the points where you decide whether or not
to let it breathe.
Is that the lyrics?
Yeah. So what's life supposed to be about, baby?
Okay. Exactly. So at that point, that's where you realize, okay, I probably need to let go of this one, okay, because this is now a pattern.
Welcome back to our channel.
I go by the name Ayo.
And I'm Ope.
And together we are called
Ayo Ope. We didn't even... We're so the same. Because why didn't we do Ayo Ope? We just felt like, see, me too, I did change.
Together, for those that are here for the first time, it's not Ayo Ope. Okay, it's Ayo Ope. Alright, so that's a combination of my name.
And my name.
Okay, and a combination of her name that's not too nice, but we with the nice names, we combine.
But it's the same name that you use. Baby, will you marry me? But it's nice, Abby. It's not nice, Abby. So
is that what I said? Did I say, baby, will you marry me?
You're actually crying.
That's a lie.
Baby, no.
Funny enough, I don't think these guys have seen our
because it was on
proposal video.
Yeah, because it was on BBM and the
camera was messed up.
The camera was messed up.
Because this proposal was 11 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. You're not talking to children. We're not talking to people without experience.
Seasoned. You know when they seasoned tilapia? We're seasoned.
So we've been on this journey. No, when you actually think about it, it was when I was writing my Valentine's notes to my wife.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
That I realized.
I thought you were gonna say your vow renewal. Hint, hint.
It was when I was writing that Valentine note to my wife that I realized, oh my God, that was our 12th Valentine's Day. So we've celebrated 12 Valentine's Day.
And I remember the first one that we celebrated,
Anyways, if you've not watched that video, go and watch it. And if you've not watched the last video, also go and watch it, okay? If you're new to the channel, what are you waiting for? Make sure you click that like button. And subscribe to our channel, okay? Because this channel will bless you. We're certified marriage and relationship coaches. Again, married for 10 years this year. Okay, we have to move from 9 now and start saying 10.
A decade.
So this year,
say a decade.
A decade. So this year we'll be married for a decade.
Come on.
Okay? So we know what we're saying when we talk about marriage, when we talk about relationship, when we talk about dating. So we share all of the things that we do, okay, to maintain our relationship and to stay as a happy couple. If that's something that interests you, make sure you subscribe, okay? And obviously send us an email. We do a lot of coaching and that. So if you need coaching, premarital counseling, marital counseling, we are here.
We're here for you.
All right? Okay.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, a week after Valentine's Day, and it's so surprising why we want to talk about what we want to talk about now.
It's true actually. But it's a fact, it's a reality of life.
The reality of life.
Reality of life,
Yeah.
So today we wanna, me and I, we dey yarn, we dey talk, like we just think of so many different things, and maybe I guess because we've had a lot of alone time this period.
Which alone time have you had?
Because the kids are not here, innit?
Oh, okay.
Who? Can't you see my face is shining? Can't you see I'm glowing? Like,
I need to comment on that. My wife is glowing, man.
Gloria.
She glowing, yo.
Just call me Gloria.
She glowing, yo. Like, look, I actually give you, like, you outshine me tonight. But next week, I'm coming back stronger. All right? Okay. So what are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking about the topic when love hurts. When love hurts. Now, deep that. Because really and truly, love shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't.
Perfect love.
Perfect love.
Okay.
Perfect love. But I am of the opinion that on this earth, though, we as humans can strive. We can desire. We can try.
And I guess on this earth, maybe there's no perfect love.
No perfect
the only
love.
perfect love is God's love.
It is. You know, because as human beings, we fall short. I've fallen short, and you've fallen short. You know, that's just the fact and reality of life. So what do you do when love hurts? Now, please, we have to put this disclaimer first, because some people would like to carry news that we did not send them. We're not talking about love hurts as in he's beating you, she's beating you.
We're not talking about abuse.
We're not talking about abuse.
Okay, because I think that's another level of love hurting. You know, when you're in toxic, abusive relationships.
Yeah. We're not talking about that. We are talking about when expectations are not met. We are talking about when you communicate in a wrong or harsh way for your partner. We are talking about
when things don't go as, again, based on expectations. So we all have expectations, and then your expectations are not met. So when things don't go the way you've planned them, okay? So as human beings, we always have what good looks like, okay? So this is how I want my day to look. This is how I want my spouse to respond to me. So so there's times where your partner, your spouse, okay, we need to actually make it clear now, your wife or husband, okay, does not respond to you the way you want them to respond to you. Your boyfriend, the girlfriend, okay, does not respond in that way, and then you hurt, isn't it?
And I think one of the biggest, for me, I think one of the biggest shockers was after marriage. Because after marriage, let's put it in our situation, after marriage.
So when you say after marriage, like what, after the wedding?
After the wedding, after we got married. Because obviously before marriage you have arguments and stuff like that, but the difference is before marriage I can drop the phone. I said, Nate, I don't want to talk about it right now. Good night, bye. I'll talk to you later.
You never really did that because...
No, but what's funny?
Because you love me too much.
Too much.
But no, seriously, I don't remember you doing... okay, no, funny enough, I lied. Yeah, you did that a couple times. You did that a couple times.
But when we're married, bruv, we can't do that.
Yeah, you gotta...
we gotta face each other. Like, even if you want to escape, last, you're gonna end up in that bed together, because we don't do like the movies, yo. There's no sleeping on the couch, yo.
No sleeping on the couch.
There's no sleeping on the couch. It's my house. We're gonna sleep on a bed.
And no sleeping in separate rooms.
No sleeping in separate rooms.
Right, okay.
So, you know, when your feelings are hurt and you want to escape the situation, that's my technique. I escape the situation when my feelings are hurt. But with us, I couldn't do that, and I think with you as well, because okay, guys. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I am very, from the way we've spoken, I am very, what do you call it? A hedgehog.
Yeah, hedgehog. Yeah.
Like, you just retreat.
Yeah, you retreat in times of conflict and when things are not going well.
Exactly.
You know, you retreat. Okay, and I am the rhino, right? And the rhino means that literally I attack or I
address it head on.
Exactly. So let us talk about one or two things, right? Let us again. I don't know if we want to go into the past and everything of like past relationships, you know, and how we dealt with that.
I didn't have any past. You're my first boyfriend.
Should I expose you that you had like 8 or 9?
Who's my guy? So not only you.
So what happened this last time, okay, a couple weeks ago, was that Okwemi was not feeling too fine.
Oh yeah.
Right? So she wasn't feeling too good, and she's like, oh, I've got a headache. I'm like, okay, go and rest and everything. And you know, we went to bed, we slept, everything was okay, we prayed, okay. And then the next day, you know, I just casually asked her, oh, how are you feeling now? Okay. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm feeling better. Okay, feeling better. Okay, good. Carrying on with life. So I went about my day, you know, working, doing my stuff. I think we were both at home, working from home and everything. I think it was a really busy day for me as well. And, you know, so at some point, so there was one time where she was with Mariah. You were with Mariah, isn't it? And I went to the shower, and then I was just coming out of the shower, and she's like, oh, can I take Mariah? Because Mariah was making noise. And usually when we're both working from home like that, and Mariah is at home with us, we actually kind of share between us. Okay, so if she has a meeting at work, I will take Mariah. When I have meetings, she will take Mariah. When both of us have meetings, we put Mariah to sleep. When both of us have meetings, we put Mariah to sleep. Like, we give her our secret formula. We won't tell you that. So we give her something and then Mariah sleeps. We don't give her anything, I'm joking. Okay, so we put Mariah to sleep. So this time, so she wanted me to quickly get Mariah. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Now, to fast forward everything, I came and picked up Mariah, right? Mariah, who was on the bed, okay? And I picked up Mariah from the room, and then I brought her to my room. Unbeknownst to me, okay, Opeyemi was lying on the bed.
Yeah.
Literally sleeping, or not sleeping.
I was like curled up.
She covered herself with a blanket, with a duvet, which meant, okay, I couldn't see her, right? Or I didn't see her. So I just took Mariah, and then again, because I was engrossed in what I was doing, I came back to my office, okay? And then it was only later that we found out, after we had a conversation, that she was hurt by that. She was hurt because I had not checked up on her.
Even before that, baby, I was hurt because I was like, I told you I'm sick, and all you said was, oh, I hope you're feeling okay.
Exactly. So she was hurt because I had not literally gone to pampered her, right?
Cook, clean, do everything.
Exactly. And, you know, in my mind, I thought, oh, because I've asked you and you said you're better, I assumed that you're okay. And then you hadn't told me that you were not going to go to work. You still logged on to work. So I'm like, you know, you're fine. So
and even at that, because of that, you know what you just said now, you carried on, you went to work. And so I was even upset that this guy saw me on the bed. He knows that me, I don't play with my work, that I would be on my laptop if I was okay. But the fact that I was even lying on the bed and he came to, because from my point of view, he just came to pick up Mariah and he just went. But from his point of view, I wasn't even there.
Exactly. So from my point of view, I did not see her on the bed. It was later she told me she was on the bed. I'm like, oh my God, that actually makes sense. Because she was covered up, I didn't see her. I assumed she had gone downstairs, and then I just took Mariah and quickly rushed back to work, okay? And then before we knew what was happening, later when we communicated and, you know, we resolved things, I just noticed that, you know, she wasn't happy and all of that. And then she said, yes, she felt like I hurt her feelings because I was not checking up on her and looking after her.
You didn't care, is what I said.
Or I didn't care, you understand? So, obviously, but we now realize that it's not like I didn't care, right? So there was a communication gap.
Definitely.
Okay, there were expectations that were not met.
Unmet.
And there were expectations that were not communicated. And every time things like this happen, we go back to the drawing board. Okay, where did we miss it? What should we do better?
Yes.
Where did we go wrong? What did we miss? Where was the communication gap? And, you know, how do we address these things better?
And
so now I know.
Let's share it with them. So for me, where I went wrong, I feel like assumption. So sometimes, and I know this is something that we still deal with, which I struggle with, it's just assuming that Ayo knows. Just assuming that he knows. But baby, with all due respect, you're a man. So you can't...
I take offense to that.
With all due respect, respectfully speaking, in the sense that I feel like men don't read between the lines, and that's a good thing, baby. That's a good thing because.
So you think women read between the lines?
Yes, and that's where there's problems.
No, because let's not change this topic, baby. Because what do you mean? Men say things how they are.
Exactly. So where you are, that's the difference between me and my husband. If my husband is sick, he will tell you, baby, I can't. I'm not feeling fine. My head is hurt. I just need a hug. I need a kiss. I need this. Baby, can you...
But seriously, exactly. No, and that's exactly how I communicate.
That is actually what Ayo does. But me, if I'm sick, like, it's so... I don't want to even say passive aggressive because that sounds so bad. But even Mickey will be like, Mommy, are you okay? You seem stressed. I'll be like, I'm fine. Like, Mommy, are you okay? You seem upset. I'm fine. But meanwhile, I'm actually not fine.
You're not fine.
And I'm just trying to pull through. Why am I trying to pull through? And it just reminds me of something. And I'm just changing the story. I remember when I had Mariah and they gave me, I had a C-section, guys. So they give you the medication that you need. And in the middle of the night, the nurse was like, oh, why are you... No, I was like, She was like, what's the matter? I was like, I'm just in pain. She was like, haven't you not taken your medication? I said, I'm just trying to wait. And she was like, why are you
trying to wait? Yeah.
Why are you putting yourself through that? Why are you trying to pull through? The point I'm trying to make is sometimes I feel like women, we try and pull through. But really and truly, just say it as it is. Take that medication so you can get better. Tell your spouse where he can help you. Then you know that if he falls short, that's another issue. Rather than expecting him to do things that I haven't told you to do.
Yeah.
So that's where my problem was. I expected you to be a mind reader, and you're not.
Exactly. So we've seen this from time to time, right? So when you find yourself in the situation where, you know, love hurts, okay? So the person you love, okay, has hurt you, okay? Again, usually not on purpose, right? So it's not a case of counting scores, because love does not count record of wrongs.
Yeah.
Okay? Love does not count record of wrongs. So it's not a case of keeping tabs and saying, oh, last week this happened. Last year they forgot the anniversary.
Yes,
this person does not care about me. This person, do you understand? So when you feel like that, the first thing you need to do is ensure that the communication lines are open.
Yeah.
Okay, from both parties. Okay, so you're communicating how you feel. Okay, again, not necessarily projecting, you know, the anger and those emotions on them, right? But being able to communicate how you feel at that time with the person that you love. So the person who has been hurt communicates how you feel. The person who has hurt this other person without knowing, okay, don't fight it. Don't say, hey, okay, you know, you two, you hurt me. Right? That is not the time to say how this person has hurt you. That is the time to soak it in. Right? And say, I did not know. Or, in fact, you might not even be apologizing at this time. But what you're saying is that, wow, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I see why you're hurt, okay? And then you also take it in. So obviously at this point now, you're taking it in. You're not necessarily saying, oh, I'm at fault in this. But what you're saying is that I actually understand. So you're validating their feelings. So remember that it has taken a lot for them to come to you. Right.
I was gonna say that. That's such a key thing, because what I appreciate in that situation, baby, is that you actually opened the channel. You actually said to me, he messaged me, even though I was in the other room, he messaged me, he was like, can we talk for a minute? And I know that I appreciate you for that, baby, because you actually, that's one of your strengths. Like, you always push through. So someone, not always Ayo, but someone has to open that line of communication, or else it's never gonna happen.
Open the line of communication.
Open the line of communication.
And then I think, so at this point, right?
And, sorry, because I know that this has happened before, if that person is not ready to talk, like I've said before, I'm not ready to talk about it, then the onus, I believe, is now on me to open the line of communication the next time.
Exactly.
Not expect you to say again, oh, baby, let's talk.
Exactly. And what happens is, and this has happened, you know, from experience, right? What happens is, so this other person says, I'm not ready to deal with it now. And they actually never bring it up. Okay? And then it's an issue because this other person feels like we've not dealt with this.
Just swept under the carpet.
And I remember we actually suffered from this in the early years of our marriage, right? Because I'm not the type of person that wants to brush over stuff. I want to make sure that we deal with it because I am a rhino. Okay? So
and I'm the type of person, do you want to eat?
So, and all those do you want to eat is good as well, right? So at the end of the day, you know yourself, know your partner. So I guess the point we're trying to make is that in relationship, you will hurt each other. But number one, ensure you're not deliberately hurting this person.
Exactly.
Okay, because if you're doing that, you are not loving this person.
You're not.
Okay, that's the number one thing. Number two thing is ensure that you're able to communicate. The lines of communication are open, right? And then when communication comes in, okay, make sure that you are able to empathize. Right? With your partner, with your spouse. Isn't it?
And number three should be the fact that you shouldn't be doing the same thing over and over again. You shouldn't be hurting. After year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and every year you're doing the same thing, it's deliberate hurt now. Exactly.
So let's even now take it out of, obviously when you're married, it's a different ball game because, okay, you're in this marriage and then you're trying to work things together. And don't forget that, you know, marriage is the coming together of two people, right? There's going to be friction and it is not easy when two is becoming one or when two are becoming one. So, you know, it's inevitable, right? So, but the key thing now is when you now look at it from a singles perspective, okay, if this is constantly happening, this person keeps hurting you, okay, they know that. Imagine somebody knows that your shoulder is hurting, okay, and then they do like this, and you're like, oh my god, it hurts. And then the next day again, they do like that.
And they even laugh.
Oh my god, it hurts. And they're like,
even say, I'm just playing with you.
Exactly. Can't you take a joke? And you're doing the same thing, okay? And you're hurting this person.
Oh, baby, it hurts. It hurts.
Oh,
it hurts. It actually hurts.
Can't you take a joke?
No.
So, as soon as, this person knows that, okay, this is not something I like, this is not something I should be saying, then this person needs to stop it. Because if you find that you're in a relationship where this person continually does these things, says these things, calls you names, is abusive, that is the points where you decide whether or not.
Need to let it breathe.
Is that the lyrics?
Yeah. So what's life supposed to be about, baby?
Okay. Exactly. So at that point, that's where you realize, okay, I probably need to let go of this one, okay, because this is now a pattern, okay. But we're talking about the one-off, right, where there's a communication gap, where things happen. You apologize, you see reasons why, and you deal with it. Okay, and then you make up your mind, listen, I'm not going to do that again. Yeah. And then you also then look at ways. So when you say, I'm not going to do that again, how are you not going to do that again?
Steps.
So you're going to take certain steps.
I think that's the strength of a marriage.
Yes.
Evaluating where you went wrong and how you're not going to do that again.
How we're not going to find ourselves in this situation again.
That is the strength. Sorry, not a strength of a marriage. That is the strength of maturity. The sign of maturity.
Okay, so in any good relationship, see why it happened. Yeah. Okay, why do we keep hurting each other?
Yeah.
We love each other, but why do we hurt each other?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it have to hurt?
No. Yeah. You're right.
Do you understand? So these are conversations that you have. And then you look for ways, okay, once you broke up peace, you set those measures in place and a system that would allow you not to repeat the same mistakes.
And there will be tough conversations. It will be a tough conversation. It will be, challenging. It will, you'll break and shatter some tables. But it's for you to build up that good foundation again. If you guys can't evaluate each other, one-on-one, then obviously this is where we're coming. That's why I suggest you guys come to us, because that's one of the things that we do. That's our strength. We have to evaluate. You have to evaluate.
And if you're still so angry, if you still feel so hurt and you're not able to express, and that is when, obviously, as you said, you get a third party involved, okay? So get a third party involved, speak to a coach, speak to a counselor. You speak to someone who can help you mediate that conversation and that circumstance, all right?
Safe space to talk.
Safe space, okay? Where you can actually resolve things, okay?
Yeah.
And get back. Because what you don't want is...
to go so far.
You don't want to go so far. Right, so you don't want to, because if you're hurting and you don't address it, right, that wound is going to get deeper and deeper and bigger and bigger. And this is how you find out in some relationships, oh, I don't love this person anymore.
For real.
Because you've not addressed the wounds. So as soon as there's a wound, as part of your healing, okay, it needs to be addressed. Any wound that is not actually treated will become a bigger wound. Okay, and when you're treating, okay, you need to treat the root cause.
The roots.
Because if you're treating symptoms, these issues will arise again and again. So again, it rises and falls on communication.
That's it.
An open channel of communication, vulnerability from both parties. So if you need a third party to help you navigate a season in your relationship, in your marriage, okay, so reach out to us, all right, at coaching@ayopedavis.com. All right, guys, so I think that brings us to the end of the video. Hopefully you've learned one or two things, all right? So subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and like this video. It helps us. Share with a loved one, okay? Share with a friend. Share with a frenemy. Share with an enemy. Okay, share with a neighbor. Share with a member, okay? In your community, all right? So share this video because it would go and bless someone. All right. So let us sing our welcome song to welcome our new subscribers. So by the way, I am the better singer in this relationship. She's my mentee.
I'm the better dancer in this relationship. She thinks she's the better dancer. You're not even my mentee. You wouldn't even make it into my dance group. Nah.
She thinks she's the better dancer.
I am the better dancer.
I always say that it's a tie. It's a draw. Okay?
One thing that we've lost, one thing that he's lost in the 10 years that we've been together is...
What? My dancing?
Yeah.
No. Baby. You know what, yeah? For our 10th anniversary, we're going to do a dancing competition.
Even himself.
We're going to have a dance challenge.
Baby.
And we're going to... No.
Bet me.
We're gonna end this once and for all.
Yes.
Dance challenge coming your way soon. Okay. Let me sing our welcome song to welcome our new subscribers.
You better not cut this out.
5, 6, 7.
We're glad you came.
We welcome you. We hope you learn a thing or two as you join us on this journey through. You say marriage, faith, and life. We are glad you came. We welcome you. We hope you learn a thing or two as you join us on this journey through. Marriage, faith, and life. Oh, marriage, faith, and life. Say marriage, faith, and life. Marriage, faith, and life. Say marriage, faith, and life. Marriage, faith, and life. Say marriage, faith, and life. God bless you guys.
Yes.
We love you, but God loves you more. We shall see you in the next video.
Bye.
African baby.